Once upon a time in a peaceful meadow, there lived a young goat named Gobi. Gobi was a curious and kind-hearted goat. He loved to play with his friends and explore the meadow. But there was one thing that made him feel incomplete: his simple, plain fur coat. Every day he watched as the other animals wore beautiful clothes and shiny jewelry. The rabbit wore a sparkling scarf, the fox wore a silky jacket, and the deer wore a necklace of colorful beads. How wonderful it must be to wear such beautiful things, thought Gobi. One day Gobi overheard a group of animals talking excitedly about a magical merchant who had come to the town. "The merchant sells golden clothes," they whispered. "These clothes are so beautiful that everyone who wears them becomes the most admired creature in the meadow." Gobi's heart raced with excitement. He thought, "If I wear those golden clothes, everyone will admire me. I will be the most admired animal in the meadow." Without thinking twice, Gobi spent all of his savings on the golden clothes. When he wore them for the first time, the clothes sparkled in the sunlight, and the animals around him stopped and stared in awe. Gobi felt proud and walked with his head held high. But as the day went on, Gobi began to feel something strange. The clothes were heavy and uncomfortable. They didn't fit quite right, and soon he felt too hot and weighed down. By the time he reached the meadow, he realized his friends were no longer paying attention to him. They whispered behind his back, and some even avoided him. They were not impressed by his golden clothes. They were jealous. Gobi sat alone under a tree, feeling sad. The golden clothes were not making him happy. In fact, they were making him feel lonely and uncomfortable. Just then, an old tortoise slowly walked by. The tortoise noticed how troubled Gobi looked and asked, "Why do you look so unhappy, young goat?" Gobi sighed. "I thought that wearing golden clothes would make me the most admired animal in the meadow. But now I feel lonely and uncomfortable. Everyone stares at me, but no one talks to me." The tortoise nodded wisely and said, "My dear, golden clothes are heavy not because of the gold, but because they do not belong to you. You already have everything you need. True beauty is not in what you wear or own, but in who you are. Don't let the need for others' approval weigh you down." Gobi thought long and hard about the tortoise's words. The next day, he returned to the merchant and exchanged the golden clothes for a simple, light coat made of soft wool. When Gobi wore his new coat, he felt light and free. He could run and jump without feeling heavy. And to his surprise, his friends came up to him, not because of the clothes, but because they liked the kind, playful goat he had always been. Gobi smiled to himself, feeling happier than ever. He had learned an important lesson. True beauty is not in what you wear or own, but in who you are inside. Chasing admiration from others only weighs you down, but being yourself sets you free. From that day on, Gobi wore only what felt comfortable and true to himself. He no longer needed golden clothes to feel special, because he knew that the best thing he could wear was his own happiness. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more simple yet powerful life lessons. Until next time, stay hopeful and stay wise.